sorry I'm late. Alex was saying some really weird stuff.
Hi, I'm Austin, and this... My name is Austin, and this is Late Starters. Episode 5. That's what I say now, the episode number. I'm Austin. That's Kaycie, that's Alex, that's Tim. That's all you need to know.
Hi. It's me again, Victor. I'm supposed to tell you what happened last time, so here goes. So we had just finished registering our Pokémon, and we were on our way out of the Pokémon Center, and, we encountered these two people, one of which turned out to be Professor Willow, and the other was a Dr. Brock. And, it was a really confusing exchange. We thought they were gonna murder us at some point. I don't know. I was getting caught up in all the details, but, eventually they invited us back to the Pokemon lab, and turns out they weren't trying to murder us, so that's good. Professor Willow explained that her grandfather was Professor Oak, yeah, like that Professor Oak, and because of some attack on Kanto long ago, he deleted all of the Pokemon info that he'd gathered, and it turns out she was looking for people to go out and collect that info, and she, I guess, wants the three of us. She also brought up this idea that the people who had stolen the Pokemon data were using it to make genetically altered Pokemon, and that rang a bell with me, so I told her about the weird Paris that attacked Ford and me in the woods. And she seemed a little concerned about that, which makes me a little concerned about that, actually. Anyway, I guess we're gonna do it. She gave us this Pokedex app, and I guess we're gonna travel far and wide looking for Pokemon. As Calynn, Brock, and I were leaving to go check out the Pokemon storage, Ford stayed behind and talked to the professor, and even though he was supposed to deliver the Totodile to her, he said that he was gonna keep her, which, you know, good for him for standing up for himself. And then they discovered that Posey was holding this little golden Pokeball, and the professor surmised that maybe that's what Professor Elm sent Ford to deliver, the Pokeball, instead of Posey herself, that Posey was meant for Ford. So I guess that all worked out. The ball itself is really weird. I guess they can't get it open. Wonder what's inside. Ford met up with us after, and we all saw the Pokemon storage area, and frankly, it's pretty amazing. It's really beautiful, and I think the Pokemon are gonna love it. After that, Brock told us that we could use the lab, and we're gonna get paid to find all this Pokemon information. Then we maybe sorta kinda made him cry. There's something going on with Officer Jenny, I guess. I don't know. It's none of my business, so I'm not gonna pry into that. Anyway, after that, we stocked up on supplies at the Pokemart, and we hit Route 1. And as soon as we did, there was this kid, and he caught a Pidgey in a Master Ball? Like a Master Ball, like an actual, like, the best ball you can get. He caught a Pidgey with it. Oh, okay. Well, to each their own, I guess. I kind of feel like that's some kind of a sign. I'm just not sure what it means yet. Okay, bye.
You guys just saw this immaculate boy catch this Pidgey and give you guys the peach sign, and he turns around.
Are we playing now, or is this just Austin like monologuing?
This is it. Boy! Huh? What'd I say?
Immaculate boy!
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
This is a superhero name. And he, after he picks up his Pokeball, he runs off into the tall grass, and you guys see him enter Route 1 and clear your vision. He was immaculate, though.
Okay, hold on. Canonically.
Yeah.
Alright. So, did he tell us his name?
Yeah, he said, I'm Youngster Billy, and this is how I'm starting my Pokemon journey.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I Ford's gonna turn around and look at Calynn and Victor and be like, is that a normal thing?
Calyn's just gonna walk right through him into the tall grass.
So, good talk. Good talk. Looks at Victor. Is that a normal thing for people to do? All right, I guess we need to go collect her before she gets lost in the grass.
And
So we'll turn and follow Calynn.
as you guys follow, you see some parts of this grass burn as Chompmander's tail waggles back and forth. Ford, you watch as Spoons has his foot hooked into Victor's collar, and he's just kind of looking back and around as he's floating in the air, and he's dragging him along. And Posey is following you one step behind, but always looking to the right and not at you. And you guys, go ahead.
I look at Abra, and then I look at Victor, and then I look at Abra, and then I look at Victor, and then I say, I read a book series one time where they were these aliens, and they had a second set of eyes above their normal heads, and that's what Abra makes me think of. That they had the little stalk eyes in this book series that I read, and it's like Abra is being your stalk eyes right now. He's looking all the different directions.
Yeah, buddy. And Victor kind of pats him a little bit.
He sways a little as you pet him.
So what do? We just wander around till we see a Pokemon? Is that, or is there are we tracking? Do we look for Poke footprints? Do we test the temperature of the Poke dung to see if they've been here recently?
I was just gonna look around and walk and enjoy the outdoors. I don't know. I'm pretty new at this.
Okay, bit outside the bit. I was so tempted to be like, you walk up on Calynn, she's got the big rubber gloves and a pile of poop looking for West Indian lilac.
Ellie Sattler over here.
That joke was so Jurassic.
Jurassic?
Yeah, Jurassic joke.
So, Calynn, as you're making your way, you're first in the group to move. You do see two kids standing in on Route 1, and as Victor and Ford kind of catch up to you, Victor and Ford, you notice these kids too, and you recognize their familiar faces. It's two of these kids that were on the bus, and they're standing and they're just waiting. It's Nolan and Theo. And as you walk up, Victor, you see Theo throw one of it. He has two Pokeballs in one hand. He throws one up, and as it's coming down, he throws the other up and catches them and is juggling them. And he says, "Well, look who it is! Just who we've been waiting for." And then that was Theo. I'm sorry, that was throwing the Pokeballs up, not Nolan. I'm sorry. And then
Did you escape from the circus?
What? And he looks over at you. What?
The circus? With
No.
Then why are you doing the juggling act, bud?
Doesn't it look cool?
Yeah, if you're a carny.
You're too old to know what cool is. The other one says that.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you're right. It's a clown from the circus, the epitome of cool.
You don't know cool. And he leans.
Neither do you, juggler.
I'm not. You're making me mad.
Oh
Look,
no,
we
a
came for
juggler's mad at me. What are you gonna do? Throw some pins in the air?
We came for this dweeb, but you can can get it too.
Are you gonna start tossing them back and forth to me? Are we gonna do a whole act together now?
He gets mad, and he grabs both of his Pokeballs and takes a jump back. Come on, Nolan. And Nolan, the other...
Yeah, Nolan, throw him a third ball. See if he can do 3.
Nolan pulls out a ball and...
There you go, Nolan. You got this. Remember to look at each other's eyes.
They both look really frustrated, and Theo goes, "If you all are registered, we challenge you all to a Pokemon battle."
Registered jugglers? I'm pretty sure you can just learn it.
You shut up!
I don't want to do anything with the kid that gets me registered.
Are you all turning down our battle? Tim.
Oh, a battle!
I caught that joke late.
Hey, that's on brand for this podcast.
I start snapping my fingers like West Side Story.
I think Calyn's... Chalk's already out, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When they challenge her, Calyn's gonna pull out her Pokemon, just going... Da, 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 da.
Ah! Do you all want this battle? Do you want it official, or do you want to take this one to the streets?
Alright, so, like, am I out?
I mean, yeah,
Like,
you're there.
gotta be, like, 2-on-2? Like, alright, I'll go sit down and I'll sit down
No,
with...
all three of you. We'll do all three of you. We don't care.
That's not really... Okay. I don't
What
like
do
the
you
way you said that either, but, like... Like, I really find your conversations are upsetting to me.
You see Posey, as you say, like, as you're like talking back to him, you see a tell-the-tale, like a little smirk out of her.
And Calyn's gonna put a hand on Ford's shoulder and go, hey, they were raised in the circus. They're not really habituated to people.
You kiss my shit.
No.
They didn't learn a lot of words in the circus.
Yeah, I guess it's official. They don't want a street battle us. They're too afraid. What about you, dweeb? And they point over to you, Victor. No, Theo does.
What do you mean? You're like 4.
We're still trainers.
We're not gonna...
I'm 11. You son of a ass.
Ass!
Yeah. What are you?
You couldn't even go Mudbray? I thought you were a trainer, you dumb idiot.
Oh, I'm a dumb idiot. You know what you are?
Yeah.
You're
what?
a fucking asshole.
Hey now.
I'm sorry. Do
Did your mother let you use that kind of language? Oh, that's right. You're part of the circus. You don't have a mother.
Oh, God.
mom-
Oh. I look at
talks about
Calynn, I was like, no, I was like, too far, Calynn, too far. Dial it back.
It's fine.
My mom died in the war.
The Clown Wars?
It's getting out of control.
No, the one day war. You mean asshole.
No one knows about that.
I do because my mom was in. Listen, are we doing this or not?
I
You
guess.
son of you.
I vote not.
How do you do a 3-on-2?
So you all are turning down an official Pokemon challenge. Your
No.
ranks are gonna
I wouldn't
drop.
go
These
that
two can do whatever
fast.
they want.
Yeah, you know what?
Shit out these
Yeah,
kids.
that way it'll be 2-on-2. Yeah, let's do it.
Fine, let's do it.
I'm in.
I don't know how 2-on-2. I started to look at Calynn and I'm like, how does this work? I don't know what this is. Is it like tennis?
They send out
Like, I don't...
It is kind. You know what? Yeah, it's a little like tennis, but like if you played rock paper scissors, but with more details in it, kind of like that.
Okay. Got it. I meant the 2 people part.
Oh yeah. They put out 2, we put out 2. We do a battle.
So
you
like
know. You get it.
same time? You don't
Oh,
have to
yeah, all
like
at the
tag
same
in or
time.
anything? Okay.
No, not unless you're like switching your own Pokemon. But we only have one each, so like it's
Set up-
chill.
Set up the camera, Nolan, so we can. And he goes and puts his phone down where he can see, presses a button, and you see it start recording. And you guys know this is how you can do mobile battles. You can. There's an app you can download for the Pokemon League, so you can have official battles and they can see them through your phone. Let's put you guys on the battlefield real quick.
Calynn will be writing a review of this app once this battle is over. The review, positive or negative, will depend entirely on the battle and not the performance of the app.
Oh, okay. That is something for me to be wary of.
Yeah. Like, hey, listen, you might be giving us stuff, but if we're giving you reviews in game, also just be aware your
Yep.
rankings might drop.
Okay, noted. Alright, let's get everybody out on the field real quick.
circus kid.
That one was. I was like, ouch. I thought you were gonna do I thought you were gonna take 3 Pokeballs and put them on your fingers and do the Warriors thing.
That's what you should have done when we were
I
bullying
know.
these children. Wait, stop the battle. Do it now. Come on, it's cool. It's cool. Just get it in.
I'm gonna bring 3 beer bottles with me next time,
Oh shit! I
so I
forgot.
can do it.
All right, I'm gonna do a quick redaction. So instead of him setting up his phone, Theo looks over his shoulder and he says, "All right, an official Pokemon battle, Jasper." And you see this man in a tuxedo bow tie suit come out and say, "Yes, Master Theo, you officiate this battle." "Yes, Master Theo."
You have a mime? You brought a mime here?
That's a man. That's
Are you
my butler.
sure?
Jasper. And Jasper walks to the side and he holds up 2 flags on each side, one red, one blue.
I loved your work in Twilight.
You beat me to it. I was trying to work it in.
You see him look over. This man's bald. He has like one of the horseshoe hairs, a big thick mustache, and he looks over and he just, and his mustache twitches a little bit as he says that to you. And he looks back and he says, "This will be an officially sanctioned battle. 2v2, sudden death, 1 Pokemon apiece." And he looks over at Victor and he says, "2v2?
Sounds good to me. I will set this one out. You guys have fun. And then I'm just gonna like sit on the ground with spoons.
And Spoon sits in your lap, just watching. And he says, "Choose your Pokemon and let the battle begin."
Come on, Chunks. Let's do this.
We'll bring up the initiative tracker.
I was like, do I need to like announce it?
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, just as like a role play if you want.
Oh,
Usually, so Tim, I know you don't know much about Pokemon. Usually, when you're like setting up for a battle, when the trainers put their Pokemon in, they like talk to them. They're like, "Okay, Pikachu, you go, and I choose you for this battle." That's silly stuff they do. You don't have to do that. I'm just, kind of
Yeah, I don't-
giving you what I'm setting you up for.
I don't think Posey would care anyway. Just like humming that while the battle's going on.
Absolutely.
Alright, so I click on the icon.
And then
Right?
you click your in it.
Hey, Nick.
Alright, so I've clicked on my icon.
Jasper, in it.
Wish I had a Jasper.
Governor.
Oh, I did it right. There we
Yeah.
go.
Victor,
Right.
you can roll just in case you like want to get in on the action in the middle. Just roll so you have like a turn in initiative. You don't ever have to go or anything, but
Just so you can scream abuse from the sidelines.
that way I don't forget to include you in the.
Yeah. No, I don't know where the in is. There it is. Okay.
It's my favorite thing that it's now officially in it.
In it.
In it.
Governor.
Oh, like governor, in it.
Nolan throws his Pokeball, and out comes a gray, 4-legged, sturdy-looking Pokemon, Rhyhorn. Oh shit! Yeah, Rhyhorn. And as Theo juggles his Pokeballs again, he says, "Who am I gonna choose? Elekid." And he throws his out, and you guys see a little yellow, furry being with looks like he's got a plug on the top of his head.
Because Calynn knows that Ford doesn't know a ton about Pokemon. I think Calyn's gonna, if I may, give him a quick, like, hey, you're probably gonna want to take the big rock guy over there. Water and electricity don't mix super well.
Got it.
Right. And we will start. Nolan's up first. Rhyhorn, hit the first one that comes near you. Oh. Next up is Chonkmander.
Alright, let's see what Chonks has got. Other than movement, of course. Alright, so Chonks is going to move up to in front of Elekid, which that was just 3 squares. I should have enough movement for that, because I think I have 6. And we're gonna try a scratch.
Roll it out.
Remind me which...
The top one.
Yes.
1 meets a beat, so let me just double check, but I'm sure that hits. Yeah. So it's 16 damage. Fire, or it's a normal. So it's 16 minus its defense. Okay. That looks like a pretty deep scratch. As Elekid winces as Chonkmander digs into it with her claws. Anything else for Chonks?
Nope, just good job, Chonks.
Your turn, Calynn.
Calynn can't really do anything in this battle right now, so yeah, just, yeah!
Alright. Next up is Theo. He says, Elekid, move away from that chubby thing. Thundershock on the Totodile. Kid. Next up is Theo. Or that was Theo. Next up is Victor.
Victor's like surveying everything and like, you know, taking stock, and he's just gonna like get his med kit out and like set it in front of him.
Eating an egg salad sandwich.
He's eating a snack.
I forgot to add their Pokemon to the...
A Togepi salad sandwich.
An execute salad sandwich.
Oh,
No.
Sorry, I forgot to add them, so I had to add them real quick.
the execute for the egg salad sandwich? You don't need to add them. They're dead.
Oh.
Well, I have to add the experience you get for them. If they're dead.
For the egg.
Next up, because we skipped this turn, is Elekid. And he will move... Let's see what this can do. Oh, it's a range. So he's gonna, after he gets scratched, he is gonna like glare at Chonk for a minute, and I'm actually gonna make Theo roll a command roll because he's pissed. This thing's pissed at Chonk. And it's gonna ignore its trainer's orders, and it'll just use its Thunder Shock on Chonk instead. So you see the sparks ignite from its top plug part. Let's see if it hits. I think that will hit. 14 versus your evasion.
I'm sure it'll hit. I can tell you my evasion, but it'll hit.
So it's 14 minus your defense.
Okay.
This is not... Oh, it is special, so it's your special defense.
6.
6. So you take 8 damage.
Okay.
And you do not... It didn't paralyze you because that didn't roll over a 17, so you just take that damage.
Okay.
Next up is Ford.
So I look at Posey and I look at the giant rhino, the walking plate of defense, and I'm like, oh, scratch it like in the eye or something. I don't know. Like, is there anywhere you can get in there? Do that. Try that. Let's see if it works.
Okay, give me a command roll.
Okay. Well, I need to switch sheets here. Hang on. My command roll is a 9.
You see, as you say that, Posey, she wasn't even looking at the battle, and then she hears you say, see if you can get in there. And you see, like, one of her eyes widen, and she says, Todo die. And she, like, braces herself and looks towards the Rhyhorn, and it's Posey's turn, and you can make her attack now.
Okay, yeah, and she'll try scratch.
Alright. She moves up and tries to scratch this Rhyhorn.
Yeah, oh yeah, it does need to move up one, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Okay.
$13.
Okay.
That hits.
Okay. Then 21 damage, or is that...
21 damage minus its defense.
That's right, that's what it was.
So, and this is, it does have, you're right, it does have a good defense, but that's still pretty nice amount of damage.
It is, yeah.
So you see Posey, she starts to swing her claws, and it looks like it's going to hit this thing right in the eye, and you see the Rhyhorn close its eye, and it's protected there too. But then Posey drops down and kind of jabs her claws in between some plates underneath this thing's throat.
Okay. And so I'm like, I don't want to blind the thing, but I don't want to lose either, so... No, this is good.
Alright, next up, Spoons is just sitting in your lap. And, like, it could be, he could be floating, but he's actually sitting and just rocking back and forth. Nolan's up, and he says, Rhyhorn, why didn't you do anything last round? Because I totally forgot to do Rhyhorn's turn, but that's okay. And he says, this time, get in the fight. Chompmander's up.
All right. I think Chonks is going to go ahead and keep on scratching at that Elekid.
All right.
Elekid. Sorry, I slurred my entire word together.
It's alright, I do that whenever I say Rattata, because I don't know actually how you're supposed to say it.
I still think it's Rattata.
Rattata, that's what I...
Rattata.
But I've heard people say, like, Rattata. I don't know. Two hits.
Rattata.
Rattata.
I'm just going to start adding syllables.
Rata rata rata.
Ratatatatatata.
Scat me.
The scat mouse.
Yes.
Another scratch digs deep into this Elekid, and you see as it scratches, it's got these little red streaks where and like electricity sparks out of it, and it looks more mad. Anything else for Chunks?
That's it for Chonks.
Calynn?
Great job, Chonks. You're killing it.
Theo says, "No, Elekid, I told you we're gonna lose this battle if you don't listen. Come on, go for the Totodile." He's gonna roll his command again, and you see the Elekid just spark more as it looks at Charmander with determination. It's gonna take this Charmander down because it keeps scratching it, and it uses Thunder Shock again. Kid! 13.
13 hits.
It's 10 minus your special defense, which I think is 6, so 4.
Yeah.
And no paralyzation.
Ugh, flirting with death here.
Victor?
After that last hit, Victor's visibly wincing and, like, clutching Spoons close to him, and he's just like, oh, God.
Spoons looks up at you and kind of sees you kind of clutching, and he wraps his arms, like, around yours that are, like, around him. Can you roll me an intuition check with Spoons?
Spoons? Like, roll his intuition?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I've ever done that before. What? That's a 5.
Okay. He kind of looks at you and then looks back at the battle. Ford.
Do that again, Totodile. I need to workshop a rhino horn. That's probably in bad taste. This is all Ford saying all that, by the way. This is do it again. Yeah, no horn jokes. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Okay. Do I need to do a command?
You don't need to now. She's actively in this fight with you. Yep. So,
okay.
I need to look up something real quick because next up it is the Rhyhorn's turn, and I didn't have his stuff added in. Sorry, or maybe I did. I did. So it is gonna back away. So what that means is you get an opportunity attack on it. So
scratch.
Your struggle. You have to use.
Oh, okay. I have to use my struggle. I was wondering what struggle was.
It's a catch-all, but this is one thing. It's just an attack, like a
so you
basic
get to
attack.
Sort of flavor it however you want to, but it's like
pretty much.
Okay.
A 7-1 hit.
Okay. Damage is 14 minus something or other.
Defense, yeah.
Which is probably a bazillion.
It's pretty good, but you are doing some damage to it. I'll give you that. As it kind of backs away, you see it take a couple of steps. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then it rushes towards you again with its horn lowered, and it's going straight for Posey. And it's going to use a horn attack. Does a 10 hit? Right. So how you figure out if it hits is you compare it to your evasion number. You can normally pick what's higher out of your physical and speed. If it's a physical attack, you can pick between physical and speed. If it's a special attack, you can pick between special and speed. But I'm pretty sure all yours are 1 at the moment.
My base?
Your evasion, it should be off to the right on your sheet under your capabilities, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at the wrong.
Above your capabilities, yeah.
Above my physicals. Oh, my evasions. Physical is 1, special is 1, and speed is 0.
Okay, so it hits. In the future, you're going to be able to pick one of them to go against it. But as of right now, pretty much anything that doesn't crit 1 hits. But that goes for you all too, for the most part.
Okay. So does that mean I'm taking?
So it is 31 damage, but you get to reduce that by Posey's defense. So whatever her defense score is, you minus that from 31.
Okay, that's ridiculous. So 25.
So you took 25 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I will say, Ford, as you see this Rhyhorn come back, it hits right in Posey's chest and sends her like flying, and it hit her very, very hard. And as she like goes to stand back up, you see her like eyes squinching. She looks pretty hurt.
Okay, can a Pokemon die in one of these battles, or do they just go back into the ball?
So official rules, which I would say do that in character because I know these two can answer that for you.
Oh, okay. Can these things die, or do they just float back into the little ball? Like, do I need to be worried about this? I feel like I should be worried about this. Calynn?
Oh, they're not gonna die. They're not gonna die in this battle. They can die, but most likely, unless it's like an incredibly strong hit from like a way more powerful Pokemon than this.
See that?
If we take him to the Pokemon Center, it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
All right. Okay. All right.
It's Posey's turn. You see her stand back up, and she looks back at you. And when she does,
you know what? Yeah, I look at Posey. I'm like, it's up to you, bud. If you need to call it, we call it.
Give me a charm
Okay.
with a +2 to whatever your score is.
6 plus 2, so 8.
She looks at you, and you see her like look down and like grit her teeth and and then she like looks back at you and like you see determination in her eyes. She turns back towards the Rhyhorn. Dial! And you see her ready.
All right. Well, then you better kill it now. No, don't kill it. That's not what I mean. You better beat it bad now. Like, end it. Like, do it. Like, suplex it or something. Like, do your scratch, but do it good.
Alright, roll it up.
I don't like it.
That hits.
Okay, so damage is 17.
You see another right in between the plates of this Rhyhorn, and you see some blood kind of dripping off. This is gonna, for all the listeners out there, this is Pokemon, but it is a little bit more gritty, I guess, because there's blood coming off these Pokemon. But it drips a little bit, and you see the Rhyhorn kind of wince back a little bit. It does seem to still be in the fight, and hits its foot down, and like, you know, does the getting ready to charge thing as it wipes it across the ground. Spoons looks back up at you again, and Victor, and then looks towards the battle. Roll me a perception check.
For Spoons?
For you, for Victor.
Oh. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. What is it? It's a 17.
We do this. We don't know how to do the skill
That's
check.
double crits
Yeah.
in that.
Yep.
Wait, really?
2.
Shit, I perceived so good.
You see Spoons as like he moves his hands. You see he's holding the spoon that Calynn put back together, and you see it a purple energy go around it. And as you look back out, you see purple energy start to form around this Rhyhorn's feet and start to creep up it. Nolan's up, and I'm gonna have him roll a perception check. He says, Rhyhorn, do it again! Another horn attack, Chunkmander. You're muted, I think.
I am muted. Chonks is again gonna keep scratching at this motherfucker.
Yeah. That'll hit. Oh, shit.
19.
I think. What does it look like when Chunkmander knocks this Elect Kid out?
I would like to imagine that this Elect Kid that's getting angrier and angrier is like sparking up more and more, and like getting more and more agitated by its trainer telling it not to attack the thing it wants to attack. So Chonks just gets like the optimal scratch hit on this thing as she goes in with those claws and just shrieks it across this entire thing.
Theo's like, Elect Kid, do what I told you. And he turns over and he says, Kid! And you see the sparks, and as he turns back around, Chunkmander's her claws just hit him. And yeah, you see as it falls to the ground, swirls in its eyes. Theo says, motherfucker, and recalls that kid. Next up, Calynn.
So Calynn, a couple of these things are just for flavor, but I do want to do a mechanical thing now. So, like, seeing Chonks do that, she's immediately going to be like, awesome job, Chonks, you did it, you did so good. And then knowing that, like, Ford is freaking out, be like, see, he didn't die, he just got knocked out, he's back in the Pokeball, it's okay. And then she's going to use the move after you to move up Posey's turn in the turn order and say, and if I were you, I'd get Posey to hit on that Rhyhorn really fast, because you get one more shot, bud.
Do it again, Posey.
Ah, try to die. Roll it up. Sick move, Alex.
All right. That's a 18 with... Oh, wait. I got a little crit here.
Oh, did you crit? You did crit. Crit's on a 20. Well, okay. Crit's on a 20. Does that mean you need a... I'm going to say you crit. You rolled crit on the dice, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it's got the 20 highlighted. When you
So,
hover stuff.
we're going to double this damage, because I think it works different, but right now we're doubling the damage you rolled, so it's 41 minus his defense. That doesn't matter. What does it look like when Posey knocks this motherfucking Rhyhorn out?
Okay. I don't know if any of y'all are ever or old enough to remember this, but you remember Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? It's
Yeah.
exactly like Little Joe doing one of those punches straight up in the air, just the scratch straight up to the throat, and just like the full follow-through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. And you see it just, and then a big dust cloud, and as the dust cloud blows away, you see the spirals. Oh, damn it! Nolan recalls his Rhyhorn. And they look at you. Both of them pull some money out and throw it towards you. Damn it! Guess you all
got a
beat us.
Terrible throw for a juggler.
Ah, she always... Nolan! Theo! Let's
Where
go!
do we get the funnel cakes? I want a funnel cake.
Funnel cake my
Calyn's
ass.
gonna not look, throw hand up for a high five to Ford.
Absolutely high five.
Chonk
But I have to look. Ford has to look. Can't do the no look.
Chonk looks over her shoulder and sees you do that to Ford, and she does it to Posey, and Posey and folds her arms and looks away, and Chonk just
Calynn will walk up to Chonk though and give Chonk a high five as well before picking her up for a hug.
yeah. She leans in, gets under your neck, and it feels warm.
And I walk past Posey and I'm like, that was amazing. Not cool on leaving the Charmander hanging. Like, that's not great. But everything else was amazing.
You see her fold her arms, dial, and just like as soon as you like look away out of the corner of your eye, you see her.
Yeah, okay. Let's do something about that. Calynn!
Yeah.
How do you fix a Pokemon?
Well, we could go back to the Pokemon Center and have him heal him up again. That's probably a good call, because Chunks is, a little scuffed up.
Okay, let's go do that.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll stand up from where I was sitting with spoons and just be like, good job, guys.
Yeah,
That was cool.
And as you
I
look
can-
down, the spoon slowly, the purple energy dissipates off of it.
I can see why you aren't real quick to do that, though. That was
Yeah.
a little scary.
Nah,
Yeah.
fine. And Calynn will kind of like high five out to Victor, like unsure, like you can only do this.
I think he's gonna hesitantly, maybe not with like a ton of enthusiasm, but like gently high five you back, and then be like, "All right, Pokemon Center, let's go."
As you guys start to make your way, Victor, give me another perception check.
Usually good at those. Where is it? Where is it?
So
Where is
there
it?
is the crit one, so we still
Oh.
do this in it, but that's okay
The
because
little one.
the overall is 13, so it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
As you see Calynn and Ford start to make their way back down the path back towards the Pokemon Center, and something catches your eye. Over by this tree, a little ways away, you see kind of like a blinking light.
Do you have it showing on the map, Austin?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
I think he's gonna slow down walking and stop and kind of like squint at it and maybe start walking a little bit closer. He's not gonna call out to the other two. He's just gonna kind of make his way over there.
And as you make your way over, nestled next to this tree, you see a it looks like just metal. It's silver. A ball. On the ball, it has these two little screens. One of them is blank at the moment. The other one is lit up, and it has the number 25/27 on it, and it looks like a Pokeball. It's just all metal and it has these two screens on it.
Okay. He's gonna pick it up.
Feels the same weight as a Pokeball, like one that's been expanded, not one of the smaller ones.
Mm-hmm. Can he press the button and see if anything happens?
You press the button, and as you do it, opens up, and a red light comes out, and next to you, you see a small green four-legged animal with a closed bulb on its back, and it looks up to you. You know this to be a Bulbasaur, and it just mouths a word to you, but nothing comes out when it does. And there's a Bulbasaur standing by you. Spoons is like over your shoulder, kind of looking down at the Bulbasaur, and it just kind of looks up at you, as it comes out of the Pokeball.
Hey there. What are you doing out here? And he's gonna like crouch down next to it and try and extend his hand very slowly.
Isn't there a check for those? Let me Pokemon handling or something.
Wouldn't it be charm?
It could be charm. Yeah.
I'm not historically great at that, but we'll see. That is a 1. I'm terrified.
You
No.
put your hand out towards it, and it flinches, and it like no sound comes out of it, but it's like hunkers down.
I'm sorry. Oh, easy. I'm not gonna hurt you. Hey Spoons, can you like go get the others, maybe, just real quick?
And you see it. You see Spoons float about 5 feet, and then Calynn right in front of you. Spoons.
Hi.
She or he looks over your shoulder, and then looks back to you, and looks to Ford.
Like as soon as Spoons looks over her shoulder, Calynn will do like almost like a comical like dip turn, like to look at whatever like going on.
You see Victor has stopped a little ways back.
Yeah, and he's like waving his arm, like still looking at the Bulbasaur, but kind of like waving his arm to me, being like, "I'm over here."
All right, Calynn will start moving and be like, "Ford, come on, there's something."
Chonk waddles back, and Posey, a little slower than normal, follows. You guys get back and find Victor.
Hey guys, I found this Bulbasaur in a ball on the ground. It's... I don't... What do I do?
Ford's gonna take out his phone and try and take a picture of it.
Oh, like
Right.
with the app?
Yeah, because it'll tell me if it's owned or not.
You see it scan over the Bulbasaur, make the wireframe, and fill it in with this exact Bulbasaur, what it looks like. And it says, this Pokemon was in a Pokeball. It is not registered. Bulbasaur. Hang on one second.
Suspense is killing me.
Bulbasaur. A strange seed was planted on its back at birth. The plants sprout and grows with this Pokemon.
So it was in a Pokeball, but it's not registered. Do you think someone just like left it here?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. It's
I
like
think-
finders keepers situation.
I think Calynn will go and crouch down in front of the Bulbasaur, like elbows on knees, and be like, Chonks, like gesture to Chonks, come over and just be like, "What's going on?"
Okay, as Chonk kind of waddles over to, you go ahead and give me a charm. I think you're muted, Alex.
Okay, good, because you didn't need to hear any of that. I believe there's something that gives me +2 on this, but I could be wrong. Let's say no. Yeah, I'm gonna say no because he wasn't trained. Okay, sorry. Charm roll. Charm roll.
Much better.
11.
Woohoo!
So as you kind of put your hand out to it, it does flinch away from you too. But as Chonk comes up, she says, "Cha, cha, cha, cha." And you look up and you see the Bulbasaur's mouth open, but nothing comes out. And he kind of slinks back and looks a little bit of ashamed.
Ford's gonna,
Okay, buddy.
yeah, not understanding what's happening. Also, Tim doesn't understand what's happening, but Ford doesn't understand what's happening. He's like, why doesn't this one... It's called a Bulbasaur. Why doesn't it say Bulbasaur or whatever, like all the rest of them do?
Normally they might. This one's just not. Fine.
It looks like it's trying to.
Don't give him stage fright.
All right. Backing up.
What should we do with it?
I would... Well, grab... You said it came out of the Pokeball? With
Yeah,
the weird-looking
and
Pokeball?
Yeah, he'll hold it up.
I say we take the Bulbasaur and the Pokeball back to Professor Willow and see if they know what's up, because that's a weird-looking Pokeball.
And I think hearing this, Calyn's going to kind of say that back to the Bulbasaur, like, "Hey, bud, we're gonna try to get you some help. You want to come with us, and we can try to get you some help?"
He looks at you, looks at Chonk, and then it mouths something again, but looks past and looks at Victor.
And Victor's just gonna kind of hold up the Pokeball and be like, "You wanna come back?
Yeah.
Or, I promise, we're not gonna hurt you."
Yeah. And he kind of like, give me a persuasion roll with a -2.
Who, me? Or
Victor, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Actually,
There is no
I'll say-
persuasion.
Oh, there isn't?
No.
I'll say
is
because you're helping, whatever this roll is, we'll negate that too, since Calyn's helping.
I think that would be a charm again, right?
Or we were using command.
Command would be if you're like, get
No, but
rid
I-
of
Ball,
Pokemon.
motherfucker.
I think those are the
Pers-
two we were using instead of persuasion.
Was charm.
Depending
It
on-
depends on what you're doing. But
Yeah.
I think it was charm again. So, but you don't have the -2 because Calyn's it was helping you.
Still not gonna be good.
Yeah.
That's a 5. It's not terrible.
Not bad.
It like looks back and forth, and as you ask it, that Spoons kind of floats over to it and says, "Abra." And it like looks up at it, looks back at Charmander, looks over at Posey, and she looks away. And then the Bulbasaur looks at Calynn and like is watching her as the Bulbasaur takes some steps towards Victor. But he does go to Victor.
I guess I'll recall it into the ball.
I'll put Bulbasaur in your party because you have him. So we'll see what happens with him, whether you give him away or not. But at the moment, he's in your party.
So, but it doesn't count towards the Pokédex because somebody already owned it?
I think you do have a Pokédex entry for Bulbasaur now. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay. Gotcha.
So what I read off to you in the games, Tim, they get
okay.
when you see them, they give you a fact about the Pokemon. There are more facts about Bulbasaur that you can get, but yeah.
Now, are you keeping a Pokédex running for us?
I will, yes.
Okay.
You also feel free to double check me. Or actually, I know what I'll do. After this episode, we'll make a spreadsheet.
Okay. Perfect.
Hooray, spreadsheets!
I love spreadsheets.
So yeah, what's next? You guys going back to the Pokemon Center now?
Yeah.
That's my plan.
Also, well, no, that's a game question. I'll ask you that later.
You guys head back to the Pokemon Center. You get in there without having to go through everything. Nurse Joy takes your all's Pokemon just as she did before. After an hour, heals them up, and your Pokemon can be back at full health. All status afflictions gone, all that. And she says, well, have fun on your journey. See you next time.
Victor's gonna be like,
Nurse Joy.
thanks, you too. Oh, shoot. Damn it. Awkward.
Okay, you guys get back to Route 1. Is that, or...
Did we want to
Yeah, that's...
take that Bulbasaur?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, so back to the lab again. Back to the lab.
Oh, it's Eminem. Yeah, you get back in there. They let you in. They know who you are. You've been cleared. So you head back to where Professor Willow is. And you see her just working on the computer. And she like looks over her shoulder and she says, oh, hey, Ford. Nice job getting the first Pokedex entry. It came through fine.
Oh, good. Good. That was quick.
It's good to see that your app works at least.
Yeah. Immediately gets worried that Calynn lost her phone.
She doesn't have it out.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh no.
It could be anywhere. So Victor's gonna pull out the Bulbasaur Pokeball and say, Professor, we found this in the woods, and he's gonna let the Bulbasaur out.
And you see as it comes out, its mouth is open and it yawns real big. No sound comes out. And Professor Willow looks at it. She says, "That's a mighty fine Bulbasaur. Looks a little sleepy, but..." And she like bends down to pet it, and he kind of skinks away again and gets closer to Victor's ankles. She says, "Oh, he's a little skittish."
Yeah, he's very scared. We don't know where his trainer is, and also he can't talk.
Sometimes-
Here, buddy, show her.
And he mouths Bulbasaur, but no words come out. And she says, "Oh, sometimes a Pokemon can just be born, they can't talk. It just happens. It's sometimes they just don't want to talk."
Doesn't make any sense. If he was born not being able to talk, then why would he mouth Bulbasaur? He probably wouldn't do anything if he was born not able to talk.
She nods. Good point, Calynn. Maybe he's choosing not to talk.
Ford is staring at Calynn and was like, that was a really good point.
Calyn's gonna be not paying attention, looking at Bulbasaur, going like, Are you choosing? Are you choosing that? Because it's cool. Like, if you're choosing that, that's cool. Like, that's cool. I'm fine with that. I want to make sure that this is cool. That this is a choice.
Roll me an intuition.
Okay. Intuition. Let's see. Not my best work.
Alright.
Can I ask you a quick question, Austin? When you said there were two screens on the Pokeball,
Mm-hmm.
do you mean screens like
Like LED screens. Like
Yeah, okay, that's what
LCD
I was just making sure that I didn't misunderstand that.
You can't get a read on. It looks like this Bulbasaur just can't talk. Like it just whether it's a choice or not, you can't tell. Actually, I would say it seems like it's not a choice to you, but it's weird that he can mouth his name but can't say it.
Yeah, Calyn's just going to be looking, like, to the Bulbasaur and then back at, like, the professor. But every time she looks at the professor, it's more of a, like, idiot kind of look, and then at the Bulbasaur, like, just questioning.
You dumb bitch.
Idiot. You didn't even ask the Bulbasaur, you're just making these assumptions?
As she takes a look over the Pokeball, Victor, she'll say, "Oh, this is a design I've never seen. It looks like this is a HP marker, and this is a status affliction marker. So you can tell without having to take your Pokemon out."
Not the printer, Tim. Not the printer.
Oh, okay,
Hit
all
points.
right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, hit points. Sorry. Not Hewlett Packard.
This episode's brought to you by...
And then the Pokeball just goes, starts shooting out a little piece of paper.
Oh, look, it gives you a printout of their stats.
Oh no, it can't print because the cyan cartridge is low.
Oh no, the LED screen's flashing. Refill, refill.
Add more Bulbasaur. And as she hands you back the Pokedex and pulls her tablet out again, looks over at the Bulbasaur, types some stuff in, scans him. She says, "Well, it looks like he's not registered. It's up to you what you do with him."
So every time we collect a Pokemon, do we have to take it somewhere to be registered? It doesn't just like auto-register to us?
Oh, if you download the Pokemon League app, it should.
I have the Pokemon. I've already had a Poke Battle like yesterday or today, right before
How
we
many
came here.
apps do we have to have? This is like 4 apps already.
You can't count out.
You only need one to steal all my data. I don't know why you have...
The Pokeball, there's a register in the Pokeball. If this one, she like points back at Victor's, the one Victor's holding, this one must not have the trackers in it. So if you're making your own Pokeballs, make sure to add the register in. And she basically tells you that the Pokeballs will register your Pokemon as you catch them.
Okay.
For you, so you don't have to do it. There's an app where you can look to track and see which Pokemon you have. It's optional, Calynn.
Ford's gonna look at
Great,
Victor. Ford's gonna look at Victor and be like, Bulbasaur, like, I don't have any idea how it is in a battle, but it seems pretty cool. Like, are you gonna keep it?
I just think it's so weird that it was in a Pokeball. Like, someone must have captured it. Like, I wouldn't feel right just saying finders keepers, you know? He's gonna bend down to the Bulbasaur, and just kind of sit on the ground in front of it and be like, okay, how about this? Nod for yes and shake your head for no. Do you have a trainer already?
Give me a charm. Another charm as your top incident.
Hold
Can
on,
I
there's gotta
help
be a
with
way
this?
that we've got to be
Like,
able to give her
I
advantage.
want to ask Chonks to be like, Chonks, like,
Yeah,
help this
translate.
Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
Help me, I'm so uncharming and
All right.
terrible.
As they're helping you, we'll give you an extra D6 for each of them. So
Yeah, there you
whatever your charm is, plus 2d6. I don't know if that's how these mechanics works, but guess what?
I don't-
This is my game, and I run how it went, chat. Are we streaming?
Are we streaming?
No, we're not.
Austin, don't do it. Heart attack. I rolled a 2, so
So you also get to roll 2 more d6s and add it to that.
now I have to go out to the dice rolling mechanism.
You could
2d6?
Yeah.
I know there's something I can enter into the chat. I don't know how
Yeah, I
to do
don't remember what it is either.
it. Okay, my
Slasher.
D6 has yielded a 6.
So that's 8 altogether. So when you ask, do you have a trainer, the Bulbasaur looks down, thinks for a second, and you see like there's a little bit of sadness, but then it looks back up to you and shakes its head. And that's as Chomp came over and kind of translated. Cha.
Okay. Weird. He's gonna kind of look towards Calynn and Ford, kind of like beseechingly, like. I mean,
I take him. Like, he where else is he gonna go? It's not like we could just leave him somewhere. And
Ask
you know
him
what?
if he
we,
wants to come with us and see if maybe he can find someone he does know.
Yeah, and if we find somebody, we can always give him back at some point, right? Like, there's got to be like a transfer of title on Pokemon.
Professor Willow says you can actually trade them at the Pokemon Center if you go upstairs.
You give each other your slips, your
Yeah.
vehicle registration slips.
this is his pedigree.
We can race them for pinks. It's great. We can go to the old Pokemon trading post.
The old speedway where we race Pokemon for pink slips.
Alright, so Victor's gonna turn back to the Bulbasaur and say, do you wanna come with us? You don't have to. It's up to you.
He kind of looks around, and you see him like taking in the like all of the lab. He's like looking around. You see when he looks at the cages, he kind of slinks a little bit closer towards you, and then kind of nudges the Pokeball.
And he'll recall the Bulbasaur into the ball.
And you see
Yes.
the corner of the Bulbasaur's mouth right before it's engulfed in the red curl up into a little bit of a smile and back into the Pokeball.
I guess we have a new friend.
You see Willow press the buttons, and on her tablet, and you hear a chime from your phone.
I check it.
Bulbasaur has now been added to the Pokedex and to your team, to your active team. You have a Bulbasaur now.
Oh.
Professor Willow looks at you all and she says, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but if you all don't have anything else for me, I have some things that I need to get to. I really do appreciate you getting the first scan with the Pokedex. That's amazing. I know you guys are gonna do a great job.
Thanks. And then I turn and, like, as we're walking out, I look at Calynn and I'll be like, have you ever noticed that people are really rude, like, right after they say, I don't mean to be rude?
Oh yeah, like
Right
all the
out.
time. Like it's just like a get out of rude free card.
I know.
Yeah, I definitely felt like we were bothering her. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Good question.
I,
While we're
I-
walking out of this establishment past the front desk, is there any like bowls of candy that are like free for people to? Perfect.
Of
Swipe
course.
that. Put that whole thing in my bag. Yeah.
As you're like going to pour it into your bag, you see a little hand reach up and grab one of the pieces of candy, and then
Chunks, I'll just give you some.
Jack.
And I'll give her a full handful.
She has like three, or she can only carry two more in her hand, so her handful is two. She has one in one hand, two in the other, and she looks over her shoulder, waddles over towards Victor, and looks up, and Spoons is looking down from Victor's shoulder, and Chompmander reaches her hand up with one of these suckers or piece of candy or whatever it is. Spoons kind of floats down and takes it, and you see them like nod at each other, and then Chompmander turns towards Posey And they both glare at each other. And Chomp throws one of the suckers at Posey's feet and turns back towards Calynn when nobody's looking, and I mean nobody, not even Ford. Posey reaches down and grabs the sucker, pops it into her mouth, and I think that's where we'll stop tonight. You can catch more of me at CZDrop on Twitter or twitch.tv/CZDrop. You know, I stream D&DB every other Sunday at 11 American Eastern Time or 10 Canadian Central Time in the morning. That's where you can find me at. Tim.
Hey, I'm Tim. You can find me at Remo Beware on Twitter or, in a much better place, horsegirls.club, because I do a podcast called Horse Girls. You may have heard of it. It's pretty good. What about you, Kaycie?
Hi, I'm Kaycie. I'm some places on the internet. You should check out my link tree, which is linktr.ee/KCD Studios for finding me places. But most importantly, I write and draw a webcomic called B-Side You, and you can read that for free at bsideyoucomic.com. And if you read it and you like it, you can go to my Patreon, patreon.com/KCD Studios, and help me support making the comic. And otherwise, check out Animorphs Anonymous, which I do with Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex. I wanted to bring the energy that Tim brought here, so here we are. You can find me on Twitter at AlexandBirds and TikTok at AlexandBirds. Now, I have no videos. Congrats, you can still find me. Literally, just find me on all the things I do with these fine people. I'm on Dungeons and Draken Beams, Horse Girls with Tim and Jenna, and with Kaycie at Animorphs Anonymous, and then a few other side projects, some of them that are on hiatus right now, like Soup Salad Sandwich and Cat Mystic Crisis, a Superboy podcast. And those are most of the places you can find me. The others, you win a prize if you find me there.
I brought a ton of energy. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was the way you started. You turned to the camera, you're like, "Hi, my name is Tim."
Very Mr. Rogers.
You could start late, but at least you're starting. Okay, bye.